Teasy, Big Propaganda and Wrestling Podcast. Let's go. Big Propaganda and Wrestling Podcast. Teasy, let's get it, y'all. The propaganda, you know, we can make your girl stand up. Listen, it's propaganda now. What's the message? The Wrestling Podcast coming out of Houston, Texas. From our perspective, we tell the truth in everything we say. And if you truly don't like it, just get out our way. What's the meaning of being great? When you listen to us now, when we break it down, our music profound. If you listen to us, every single guest, if you understand, we here to impress. What's the meaning of being us? It's to tell you the truth. Every podcast now, when we bring it to you, on Spotify Live, you can download it now. If you listen to the legends, know we breaking it down. It's the propaganda and wrestling podcast, all spaz. Now listen to the greatest last when we on. It's the propaganda and wrestling podcast. We do it big. Yeah. Propaganda and wrestling podcast. We do it big.
All right, y'all. We back. Oh, man, it don't get any easier every time. But, hey, man, this the show. We got to do it. Hey, man, I'm Mikey Manslaughter Facts, and welcome to Shots and Chops.
Ooh.
Oh! Woo!
That was a thud.
Wow! Oh my goodness, man!
It's funny.
Woo, man! Oh, it sucks so bad, man. Hey, man, but this Shots and Chops, man. You know we got to do the chop every time, man. Hope y'all enjoy the show, man. I'm Mikey Manslaughter Facts, and we'll be back after this. Let's go.
The king of solar screens.
Ballistic Barrier Products.
Two companies.
One goal, you.
For almost 20 years, we have led the industry in providing an American-made product that's not only safe, but dependable.
And now Ballistic Barrier has curtains for walls, doors, and windows.
A window covering that saves lives and deters active shooters.
A shade to prevent more harm to our schools, our churches, our offices, our homes. With its Kevlar core, you can rest assured that safety is in front of you.
All right, man, welcome back to episode of the Big Propaganda Wrestling Podcast Network presents Shots and Chops live here in Houston, Texas. Back with another episode, back with another banger. I mean, we're putting out that heat every week.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here, man. We got a special guest in the building. It's about to be fire, bro. I got my main man Slack in the building.
Appreciate that. Good to be back here with the Big Propaganda. You know how it goes.
Hey, man, we in the building,
Yes,
and we're a
sir.
little bit too sweet.
Woo!
Hey, man, when y'all rocking with the PWO, you are down for life, man. Like I said, we got another banger. I'm happy about this. Just overall excited, man. And huge shout out to Lions Pride Sports Wrestling out there in Bryan, Texas, man.
Yes,
if y'all are out there, tap in. Go watch their matches, man. They got some great talent out
Putting out
there.
bangers.
Putting out bangers.
Bangers.
Yeah. And with that being said, man, our special guest in the building. First off, let me say he got some of the sweetest hair you have ever seen. I mean, yeah, he does. And he is the reigning, defending Lions Pride Sports champion. He is one half of Level X. He is the X Factor. He is the natural born killer. He is Mr. Jake Calloway. Fuck.
It's cool.
Jake.
Just run it.
Fuck. Okay, look, the J-A-K without the E, the J-A-C-K, it throwing me off. Mr. Jack Calloway.
Yes,
There we go.
Yes, sir. That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, man. Look,
Next time we're going to chop you twice just so you can get names
I'm
right.
sorry, bro. Anyway, he's the natural born killer. I've added that song to my playlist. I love that song.
That's a banger. Highly
It
Suspect?
Is yes,
I like that.
Highly
Yes.
Suspect. Again, man, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry about butchering your name.
No.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
I-
My bad.
I'll chop you later. It's
Yeah,
all right.
chop me
It's all
later.
right.
You know
Get
what?
that second one.
After this, I'm gonna take one more chop for that. All right. Again, man, bro, thank you, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Man, this is awesome, man. What a pleasure. You are the Lions Pride Sports champion.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You know, you got a little bling bling going over there, man.
Got the Texas on it too.
Oh,
Texas.
you got the Texas plate on it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel to represent a great promotion like Lions Pride, man?
Man, it's everything. You know, a lot of people, they take titles for granted. They call them props sometimes. But the way I want it, where I want it, and you know, the person that bestowed it upon me, I can't describe it. It's amazing. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you know, like for a promotion to come to you and be like, hey, man, we want you to be our guy. You know, that comes with a lot. Is there any pressure with being a champion?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. You know, I put pressure on myself all the time. I try to guide the guys and girls at our school, and I try to be the best in the locker room. That's why I call myself the X Factor. I'm trying to be the best in every locker room I'm in. So I beat Shimbashi for this title, and
Yeah, I know.
Shimbashi is a grade A level talent. He's in it. He knows what he's doing, and yeah, the pressure's on, but I'm not gonna crack.
Man, I was just about to go into that, the X Factor. When you think of the X Factor, I'm thinking of something like this, just unstoppable, this unstoppable force of just awesome power. Like, can you dive more deeper into what the X Factor is?
Yeah, I mean, when I was coming up with names, you know, I couldn't come up with the full first name and whatever, but I always knew X Factor had to be in there. I want to be the best. I don't want to just be an average guy. I want to be the best. I want to be a Seth Rollins. I want to be a Roman Reigns. And an X Factor, I think that just puts the pressure on me to be the best. And that's why I chose the X Factor moniker.
It definitely suits itself, man. I saw you in person multiple times. I got to see you in action live at New Texas Pro Texas Contender Series. It was a pretty dope experience, man. And I wish you would have been there, man. His theme music hit, bro, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, bro, he fits, I mean, everything. Like the critique of it from the theme music, him coming out reacting and the fans reacting and how he flows to the ring and how, like, everything, bro. Like the whole mannerism of his persona, of his embodiment of wrestling is just, it flowed like a river, bro. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I get you, bro. That's one of the reasons why that song is in my playlist, bro.
Well, thank you. That's all on Houston Carson. Houston has taught us so much about everything is important. Every single step, the entrance, the gear, the look, the way you walk into the ring, the way you interact with the fans, everything's important. And I don't take any of that for granted.
You're doing a great job. And I'm going to need an autograph after this, man.
Oh, yeah, I got you, man.
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
You know, I used to watch Houston Carson back at Texas All-Star Wrestling years ago. How did you get hooked up with him in Lions Pride?
So, like, you know, I've watched him when I was in, I think, 8th grade, 9th grade, somewhere in there. And I remember just being like, man, that guy he was jacked at the time.
Oh, yeah.
People were saying he was going places. And then one day I was in College Station and I wanted to do something more. You know, I was doing MMA at the time and I was just like, this ain't it. You know, I love wrestling. Wrestling school near me. He just so happened to be running it. I told him, hey, I know you. I watched you. He brought me in. And then everyone was inviting. They just told me, keep going, keep going. And then I think it was a year and some change. I debuted and I just kept going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, we gotta rewind right quick. You said MMA.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. How did you get into MMA?
I'm just a big UFC fan, man.
UFC fan?
You know, Conor. I watched Conor since, you know, Cage Warriors. People think, oh, you know, you're a Conor fan, so you watch him at UFC. No, I watched him since the beginning when he was a plumber and barely making any money. And then, you know, John Jones,
Yeah.
Israel. I like that. And then there's an art to it. Like, it is kind of like pro wrestling. They've added to that, you know, the promos they cut. They cut promos.
Absolutely.
That's what they do. Look
Absolutely.
at Colby Covington. They
Absolutely.
cut promos. So, I mean, I was just like, I'm going to try this. I did it for a year. I really just like jiu-jitsu. And I was like, this ain't it. But I took some of that to pro wrestling. And
Yeah, I was just
helps me
about
out,
to transition to my question into that. For was it easy? Was it easy to transition from MMA to wrestling?
I think it was easy in the sense I've been wanting to do it my whole life. You know, I've been watching wrestling since I was like 5. My mom said I would be staring at the screen, and the reason I do wrestling isn't for, this is a bonus. This is awesome. And, what you can become, but it's mostly how you can make a kid feel.
Gotcha.
You can make a kid
Absolutely
feel like they're so important just by being in the ring or just pointing at them. And there's nothing that can beat that. That's amazing.
Yeah, man. I'm just still shocked at MMA, man. What was your record like, bro?
I didn't go pro at all.
Oh, you didn't go. Okay.
I didn't go pro. I did a couple of smokers. I didn't lose them.
Okay. So what's the record on that?
Like 3-0, I think.
3-0. That's
like that.
that's pretty. Look, I give you all the respect in the world to get in that octagon and scrap that. Everybody can't do that. So, you're pretty tough. And I found out earlier today with that chop. But also with that being said, any inspirations like wrestling wise? Anybody that just really caught your eye? And
I mean, the list is long. Now that I've in it more, I find New Japan now. I find old ROH stuff. But I mean, it's the end all be all is John Cena. John Cena made me feel like, I don't know. He makes you feel a certain type of way. You look at that guy and you're just like, he's a company man. He represents everything you want in a person, a man. And then you got guys like Bret Hart who are just so amazing at wrestling. And then you got guys like Kota Ibushi, and there's so many different people that I like, and I can't really pick a certain one. But John Cena definitely is my GOAT. That's my GOAT.
Oh yeah,
I mean, is there anybody that you would love to have like a dream match with?
Seth Rollins, hands down.
Seth Rollins?
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
Workhorse.
Yeah, he's just
the drip god.
he does a little bit of everything. He's high flying.
Absolutely.
He's technical. He's a powerhouse. That guy, I would love to wrestle just exactly like him. I like to do a little bit of everything. I can springboard. I can do high flying stuff. I'm not really afraid to take like chair shots or different things like that. And I think he's got an edge to him. He's willing to risk it all.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that from him. Yeah. That's my dream match right now.
Most definitely.
That's fire, bro. That is fire. So once you got into wrestling at Lions Pride, you said about 1.5 years it took you to debut.
Yeah, 1.5 years, 1 year and 8, something like that.
So at what point did you realize, hey, I got this. I can do this. I'm comfortable with it.
I'd say we have a big show called Fight to Unite, and I went in there with my tag partner. That was the second time we went in. Zay Carter.
Yeah, Zay Carter.
We did that match, and then afterwards, I was just like, I can do this. Like, this is something where I belong in. And then each match, I just kept stepping it up and up and up. And then here more recently with Texas Contenders, I mean, those guys have made me feel just like I can do this. They push you to a new level, and all those guys on the roster you're competing with, Dream Team, Eighth Day. I mean, there's guys I'm missing, but they're Dustin Wynn. Like, those guys, you want to be on their level. So, like, that, I would say that Fight Unite, but here recently, too, Texas Contenders has really made me feel like I can do this, and I'm going to get better.
They've been showcasing a lot of the greatest Texas talent right now.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. They like my top number one or two. Speaking of Texas Contenders, I've noticed that you kind of like got this ongoing feud with Hellhound Walker. I know you had a match, I believe, with Danny King, and then
that was my first one.
He interfered.
Yeah.
And then I think he like choked you out or something like that.
Yeah, choked me with a chain, and then we had a exposed turnbuckle match.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, and I won that. And
I caught that one on YouTube earlier.
I think it's over, but who knows? Right now, April 11th, I'm focused on Prince Lee and Isaac. I'm gonna go in against them too.
And you know what? Going into that, man, I need you to really chop Prince Lee hard.
Yeah.
For me.
Oh, I can do that.
I mean, every time you chop him, just think of this podcast. I'm doing it for these guys. Chop him hard. That guy right there, he's on my list.
Yeah.
He's on my list.
Skin a little bit.
I would say right now, if I think about, everyone has a rival in wrestling, someone they compete with. That's the guy. We've been wrestling. I mean, we've wrestled in San Antonio for TASW. Yeah. We've wrestled in Lions Pride. We've wrestled at Texas Contenders now. I just seem to not be able to get rid of that guy. So I think we're kind of linked forever to just keep wrestling and beating the crap out of each other.
Man,
There
look,
you go.
I'm gonna need you to take his head off with a mean lariat. for
Well, if
me.
you're there, maybe we can distract the ref. I mean, I know I'm a good guy, but hold him back and let
Yeah,
you
you
chop
know
him.
what? You know, it might have to. You know what? I'm buying my ticket.
We could be sneaky if we need to.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
buying my ticket. I'm buying my ticket. But man, and I know you got some more bigger matches coming too. But it was very cool to see you in person at Texas Contender Series. I mean, bro, he got that arena behind him.
Oh, I can imagine.
He got it behind him, and I know you got this real big match coming up. Big guy.
Yeah.
Had him on the show, 6'2", 330 pounds. Talking about Brick Savage, the World Breaker. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. My first title defense, too.
Wow.
How do you prepare for something like that?
How?
You got somebody of that stature.
I mean, you just watch tape. You watch as
Yeah.
much tape as you can. You look at your move set and you try to apply it to a person like that. He's big. He's bad for sure. He's Brick Savage, one of the hottest talents right now in Texas, and honestly, probably going to be around the states pretty soon. But that doesn't mean anything to me right now. I'm the champ. He's coming to my home.
Yeah.
He's trying to get my title, so he's got to get through me first, and I'm not going to give up on that.
I'm looking forward to that.
Be a hell of a
I'm
matchup.
looking forward to that matchup because that's right there. That's going to be a banger. And you getting the victory over him, I'm pretty sure that's going to even elevate your game even more.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. This might sound cocky, but beating him is my launching pad. Beating him, pinning him 1, 2, 3 is going to launch me into a new height, and that's what I want.
For sure.
That's the attitude to have, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be cocky
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to be selfish, man.
Yeah.
Like,
That's right.
like not necessarily in a bad way, but you got to. Hey, I got to take care of myself. I got to put myself on the map.
Yeah, there's no one in Texas I don't not want to wrestle. I want to wrestle everyone. I want to say I've wrestled everyone in Texas, move on to the next state, wrestle everyone there until I'm in the big leagues. That's my goal.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's definitely coming. I want to go back to Shimbashi. Now, I'm familiar with Shimbashi. You beat him for that championship belt. And I know you guys had some amazing matches in the past. But when you actually wrestled him and you actually defeated him, what was going through your mind when you pinned him 1, 2, 3?
So, Shim was my first singles match. I was not prepared for that at all. You know, he's, like I said, he's grade A. He's a good talent. I honestly wasn't prepared for that. Second time, I thought I had him. Got, screwed over by Prince Lee,
Of course.
Matthias,
Yeah.
little pandemonium.
Yeah.
And then this third time, I really felt in my element. I really felt like this is my time, and you got to get out of town. And, he is a rival too, but I got to give him props. That guy can be a main eventer in any promotion around Texas and beyond that. And I look forward to not only rising in my stock, but rising with him and just kind of seeing where you going to go.
Yeah.
And I'll be right behind you, watching, waiting if we have more matches. So, yeah.
Dude, man. Just chop him one more time for me.
Yeah. I got you.
Just do that. Just do that. He causing a lot of havoc in the professional
Prince
wrestling
Lee
around
is
Texas.
doing a lot of crazy stuff at Texas Contenders,
Yes,
for sure.
he is, man. And
You know what they call him though, right?
what they call him?
Pillow Princess.
Pillow. Wow.
Pillow Princess. That's what
Pillow.
the fans are starting to call him. Everyone's starting to get that
Not
chant
quite
going.
the compliment that you think
I
it
know.
is.
I know.
Pillow.
They even got signs now. Power bottom.
Oh wow.
Pillow Princess.
Princess. I like that.
Yeah.
Princess.
Wow.
Princess Lee.
Might have to make a sign for the next show.
Oh man.
Oh please,
No.
please.
I
That's off
want.
Sharpie.
Oh wow. I want to talk about another. I don't want to say rival, but another guy that you have wrestled. Believe he's like a veteran in the game. Mr. Hostage Hirsch.
Yeah. That was my first rivalry.
Oh man, that guy right there, man. He's a very good technical wrestler. from what I saw, and y'all put on some amazing matches too. How was it being in the ring with a guy like that?
So with him, they put us together and they just kind of let us build that, right? That guy and me, I mean, every match, we beat the crap out of each other. First match, I hit him with the chair. He got in my head a little bit.
Yeah.
And the second match, we had a street fight. And I mean, I was just clocking him. He hit me with a trash can lid. I threw him into a ladder. I mean, that guy really brought something out of me. And the Natural Born Killer moniker, I really feel like I went into that with him. And as much as he annoys me and that guy got under my skin, he brought a new level to me. And that having that rivalry definitely changed my career. And then we ended it with a strap match. And yeah, you gotta to sign up for something like that. You gotta be ready.
Oh my goodness, I could just imagine the strap just.
It's always been one of my favorite matches right there is a strap match. It's so entertaining to watch, just seeing two dudes just beat the hell out of each other with a leather strap. Like,
wow.
There's some bad blood when that kind of match gets brought out.
For sure. Is there anybody that you feel like you have the best in-ring chemistry with?
Shim would be one of them. Prince Lee would be another one.
Ooh.
I don't know if you're familiar with Ian X. We only wrestled once, but I mean,
I'm familiar with Ian X.
That was one of the smoothest matches I've ever had. That kid's good.
Saw him the other day.
He's next level. I definitely want to try to get him on Texas Contenders, and then Hostage. I mean, all of those guys. We there was a chemistry there, and it's still there. Like every time I get in the ring with Lee. He is annoying.
Yeah.
I get frustrated. I want to just pound him. That dude and me we get it. We click. And I can't take that away from him.
I mean,
Get under your skin. Get under your skin, man.
You really heated about that one, Mike.
Yeah, I'm a little heated about him, man. He just, oh, man. But, well, I know, you say you had a strap match and everything like that. Is there any other match like on your radar to have? Maybe cage match, ladder match. Is anything of that?
There's no stipulation I wouldn't do. I mean,
wow.
I think stipulations help you prove yourself as a performer, and it proves yourself as a wrestler and a man. Like, I don't know. I haven't had anything that I've been like, that's too much pain. I don't know if I'd go as far as a death match, but I mean, it might be on the radar. It might be in there. I might be willing to do it.
You
Circumstances may lead you to that someday.
Yeah. Everyone says I'm a pretty boy, so maybe I need to do that to just prove that.
There you go.
I got something.
Got that.
Yeah. Some
As they say, the chingasos. You got
that. Yeah.
And I've noticed, man, since I made the flyer and posted about you coming on the show, you've received a lot of love on our platform. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of wrestlers coming out. Oh man, I can't wait to check this out. It's gonna be a hell of a banger. Oh man, he's a good dude. I mean, you get a lot of love, and it's like from different promotions, man. So you're reaching all over. How does that make you feel knowing that you got real love coming behind you?
It's really cool, and it's more than I can ask for. Like I've come into this game. I try to be a really good, nice guy, and wrestling can be toxic sometimes, and I really think at the end of the day, we're all just kids that love this crazy sport. I mean,
absolutely.
So to be, rude or mean to guys that I don't even know, what's the point? So I every guy I ever interacted with or girl, I try to just think they're the same as me. They might be at a different level, they might be at a different promotion, but at the end of the day, we're all the same little kid trying to make it big. And, to receive love from guys that I've only interacted with once or twice, I'm like, man, this is cool. This is what I want to do for wrestling. I want to make us a united front. We need each other. We need dance partners.
Absolutely.
And that's the only way we're going to push wrestling forward is together.
Okay, I like
all
that.
for the love of pro wrestling.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard wrestling fan. I love it. I often say I like the indies more than the majors because I didn't realize how much talent was around on the indie scene.
It's crazy.
It definitely is crazy, and just to see, like even you coming to a Texas Contender Series, matter of fact, how did that come about? How did you navigate your way to Texas Contender Series?
I just Lee got booked, and he brought my name up to Kiefer, and Kiefer said, I've been looking at your social media. He thinks it's I run it well, and he's like, I've been wanting you on for a while, so we'll get you this pre-show match, and we'll put you in this Turbo Rumble. And then he was just like, you available next Thursday? Yeah. You available next Thursday? Yeah. And just kept going until the point where it's like, I'll see you next Thursday. I'm like, oh
that's what's
okay.
up.
So I guess I'm just here. And I mean, I can't shout out that locker room enough. JJ Blake, Bulldog, Kiefer, those guys. I mean, Coach Houston will always be my number one. He'll be my number one mentor. Mm-hmm. But those three guys in that locker room, Sean Hendricks, I can't thank them enough. Those are my mentors, and I really do look up to them. And I don't think, this is just biased, obviously, but besides Lions Pride Sports, I don't think there's a promotion I would rather be at, and I don't think there's a promotion doing what New Texas is doing.
Dude, they out here doing their thing, man. And Kiefer always, I give him his credit, man. Amazing booking, Genius. Amazing talent.
Even though he likes Dallas sports.
Yeah, he like Dallas sports. Oh, come on, Kiefer. Oh,
I'll let it slide. Yeah,
we're gonna let you slide. We're gonna let you slide.
When the Rangers won, I had to walk in there like, we had an Astro jersey on. He goes, and I was like, don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me about your Rangers, man.
Don't talk to me for at least a week.
Yeah.
So, as being a wrestler, you got wrestling fans. As I'm now a wrestling fan of yours. You got kids coming up to you and, being inspiration to them. Is there anything you want to put out to the world, as I like to call it, tie to the world that represents you that you want to put out to the world for the kids and everybody looking up to you?
Yeah, man. I really do believe that there's nothing a human being can't do. If you put your mind to something and you really push for it and you put the right people around you, there's nothing you can't do. I mean, if you want to be a pro wrestler, do it. You want to be a painter, do it. It's going to take time. Everything takes time. You got to grind for it. You got to want it. You got to love it. This isn't just a hobby. This isn't just a side gig. This is passion. I want this for life. Absolutely. I don't want to just be a part of it. I want to take it over.
Gotcha.
So I think, if you're a young person, a young kid, that's the mindset you need to have. You want to take whatever you're doing over and be the best at it. Obviously, it's going to take you time, but have that mindset. It sound egotistical, but think you're the best. Show you're the best, even if you're not at the time.
That's right.
Another guy who mentioned you in the comments, he had very good things to say about you. Professional wrestler, Jay Alexander. I would like to see you guys get it on in the future. Could you possibly see that in the future?
Yeah, there was a time where he actually stole this title from Drake Durton, and he was on a podcast, and he said he had elevated this title to to a certain standard. So I'd like to erase what he said about it.
There you go.
I think I'm gonna raise this title to the best that it's ever been. We have people like Nobi Bryan that hold it, Moonshine Mantell, Lance Hoyt, those guys. But I'd like to wrestle Jay. I think he's a workhorse. He's a grinder too.
Absolutely.
He wants to be the best, and two guys that want to be the best that get in the ring. I think we can create something.
That's good. That'll be dope. Yeah. Me and Slack was talking earlier today, and we was like, man, we like what he's doing in the ring. We like the way he carried himself. Outside of wrestling, is there any other secret talent that we don't know about that you got?
Secret talent.
Any hobbies or?
So I used to
maybe.
I used to play ultimate frisbee, and I actually tried out for a professional team in Dallas.
Oh, no kidding!
I was one spot away from making it, but yeah, I can throw a frisbee around different than what people think. People are like, oh, frisbee. No, I can throw it. I think I know 10 different throws, and I played for about 4 years. So I would guess that would be my secret talent. But other than that, I just collect a lot of things. I'm a big collector. I have a pin board at home. I collect wrestling posters.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And Yeah, a big collector. I have a lot of pops too.
Okay.
Oh, cool. So your theme music is by Highly Suspect. Any other bands that you're really big into? Any rock bands or rappers or
My
anything
favorite
else?
band of all time right now is the Black Keys.
Oh, nice.
You know, two guys that make old school music but with a new taste. You know, they
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
jazz, and then I can't really pick one category that I like. I like rap. I like reggae. I like country.
Cool.
You know, I like all kinds of music. So every time someone's like, "Here's this song," even if I don't know it, I'll add it to the list because just I like music. I was
types,
in band.
man. It takes all types.
Yeah. I was in band in high school. I was a percussionist.
Oh,
So-
awesome. What'd you play?
So I did 2 years of front ensemble, playing the marimba in the front, and then I played snare drum. I played all kind of instruments. You know, percussion lets you have a wide range of different instruments.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
Pretty dope, man. I know you said you collecting like wrestling posters. Is any favorite wrestling poster that just pop out to you that you have?
So I have this old school Royal Rumble one. It's just got it has Hulk Hogan in there. It has Jake the Snake. It has who else? Sergeant Slaughter.
Is it the 92 one?
I think so. Where they're all in the line, you know,
Yeah,
and
and they're
coming
all
forward.
coming like
yeah,
grouping
yeah,
together.
yeah,
That's a classic
Yeah.
poster.
I need to
right
get
there.
some more. I also have the Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior where they're like facing off. I have
WrestleMania 6.
that,
Yeah,
I have that poster.
Yeah.
I need to get some more, but yeah, those two right now. I have those. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some more, and then I have like personal ones. Like I was at Texas Center 30.
Right.
And I have that one. It's all signed by everyone.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
That's actually a really cool thing to collect is like wrestling posters because a lot of those, just like that Coliseum video, WrestleMania 7, a lot of those images are iconic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the WrestleMania 6, Hogan versus Warrior. Even the one before that, WrestleMania 5, Hogan versus Savage, the Mega Powers explode. A lot of those are iconic, like the 92 Royal Rumble. Even the early Royal Rumbles all had those awesome images. And I hate to say, well, like they had it in the 2000s as well with like, you know, Royal Rumbles and WrestleManias, Backlash, Armageddon, Vengeance Day. A lot of those are iconic, you know what I mean? I think that's a really cool thing to collect is just like those classic images of that, like of classic pay-per-views that we grew up watching, you know what I mean? That's really cool.
It's inspiration. I have them.
It really is.
I have them on my wall. So like, when I go to sleep, when I wake up, that's what I see, and I use that as motivation. I'm trying to get there.
And it's almost like it's telling a story with the poster too. You see Hogan and you see Savage there. You're like, yeah, the Mega Powers are about to explode. You know what I mean? Like, yes, sir. Yeah, that's really cool. That's an awesome thing to collect, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in collecting myself, man.
Yeah,
so
I see. Belts.
I'm trying to get there. I'm really trying to start on the pops. You know, this is my first actual pop ever.
Oh, okay.
NWO.
Cool.
But have a lot
one.
of room. Those things take up a
Yeah.
lot of room once you start getting into
You're
like the
telling me.
hundreds of them.
Yeah.
I used to be a big pop collector myself, and after a while, it's just like, yeah, you're taking up way too much.
Yeah, you
room.
gotta
I gotta sell a few of
You
these
gotta start
off.
slowing down. You're
You
like,
got
oh,
to. I don't want
man.
to. Let me collect this series and not that one anymore.
Yeah,
I know all about it.
I didn't even know they were serious. I just thought they just.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, they got one where it's a wrestling ring. They got John
Yeah.
Cena and
Yeah.
The Rock in a wrestling ring.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Hogan and Andre, like a lot of the classic. I want the one of the Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 12.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
mind keeping that one.
Yeah.
I got a couple of them, but I take mine out of the box. I know that's kind of
I
sacrilege.
keep mine in. I don't
I know.
mess with it.
The ones I know aren't worth anything. Yeah, I'll take them out of the box. I have the Bam Bam Bigelow and the Bret Hart one, and I kind
that's
of
cool. Yeah,
put
yeah.
those together.
Right now, my most expensive one, I think it's like $200. I entered. Conan used to do like every Comic-Con, he would make 4 of them. So I got a White Walker one of him. I won just by doing this like text message thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like I have that White Walker, and he doesn't make them anymore because he's not on TBS anymore. You know, he does his own podcast. So
Oh man.
yeah, I'm keeping that one in the back pocket. So if it starts launching, I can just sell this off real fast.
Oh yeah, we was talking about music. Like you're all over the place with music. Myself too.
Yeah,
I'm a Taylor Swiftie, by the way.
Taylor Swiftie.
Yeah, I'm a Swiftie, by
I'm
the
not
way.
gonna lie, I
Team
haven't
Taylor.
listened to many of her music. I haven't listened to much of her songs.
I mean, I got some rock bands I like too, man. I like 3 Days Grace. 3 Days Grace. Am
3
I
Days
saying it
Grace?
right?
Yeah.
3 Days Grace. I like the Vines. I like 21 Pilots. My Chemical Romance. I got a few in there I like.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of, you know,
I dig it, man.
you know,
I dig
you
it.
know, I like country. I sing some country. I mean, I
started on some George Strait now.
Man, I started to come up here like cowboy hat, cowboy boots.
Shut
everything.
up! Why not?
You know, next time I might do that.
The next show, the next contender show is cowboy. It's cowboy theme.
Oh, I got to show
Everyone
out.
in the crowd has to. We need them to wear cowboy theme stuff.
I'm gonna have to show out.
Bust out them Justins.
What? Oh, they look. I'm ready. But oh man, again, thank you again.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. Again, you got a new fan right here.
Same here, man.
I wanted to ask you few questions right quick, okay? I'm gonna throw some things at you and just say whatever pops up to your head.
Okay.
Clothesline, who pops up to your head?
JBL.
JBL?
Yeah.
JBL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
I can't remember his name, but it's the Japan guy. I can't remember his name. He's older. He's blind. I just can't remember his name.
He's blind?
Stan Hansen, maybe, or something like that.
Stan Hansen. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Stan Hansen. Yeah.
Wicked clothesline.
Yeah, he had like bad vision and stuff.
He had bad vision. He would just say, "Hey, I'm throwing it. I'm sorry.
Just be in the general area.
I'm sorry if I clock you."
He do have one of the nice
It was
areas.
nasty.
Oh, for sure.
It was nasty.
For sure. Let's go with you got anything you want to throw at him?
Man, since there's a ton of them out there, who do you think of when you think of a super kick?
Shawn Michaels.
Of course.
No one like.
Yeah, it's just not
everyone
even
can
close.
do him. Or Seth Rollins too, but
He's a good one, yeah.
Shawn Michaels is the
It's
best.
sweet chin music. He came up with a name for it.
And if he wanted to lay it in, he would lay it in if he wanted to.
He had to tune up the band, man.
I was a super HBK fan, bro.
So I got one. Scorpion Deathlock or Sharpshooter?
Wow.
That's tough because I paint my face, for big matches.
Yeah.
And it's because of Sting.
Yeah.
I have to go with Bret Hart though. I mean, God, dude, that
There's
guy.
no wrong answer.
He's one of the goats to me, in my opinion. But also, I love Sting, so
Of course.
I would say a tie. I guess can I do that?
Yeah, you
can I
do
go
a
in
tie.
the
You
middle?
can do a
That's
tie.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. I know that was kind of a loaded question there.
Yeah, Bret Hart I like Bret Hart. I actually had one of his cards I had got, and I ended up selling it. I regretted it afterwards.
He's always been my favorite. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be,
Exactly.
man.
Exactly.
Let's go with Powerbomb.
Oh, you took that out of my mouth.
Power bomb. It's not Brick Savage. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
Savage.
Shots fired.
I think Undertaker, his last ride, when he started doing that,
Yeah.
man, that was.
When he took their pants and
Yeah,
pushed them
it
up
was-
and then pulled them
Yeah.
down.
And if he had a light guy, he could just boom.
Destroy them?
Yeah.
The guy Nunzio or whatever, he hit him up.
Yeah, Nunzio, Little Guido.
Yeah, Little
Yeah,
Guido,
yeah.
yeah. That was a hell of a powerbomb right there. That's what kind of separate his, how he lifted him up. Because, he
Yeah.
could do easy
He would
powerbomb.
lift
He
them,
lifted
yeah.
him up, yeah.
Favorite tag team of all time?
I'm just gonna say FTR. FTR to me
Excellent
embody
tag team.
they embody old school and,
do.
and new school.
Yep,
and
they sure
I
do.
love the all fists, no flips. I love that. That's so like
Very bare bones, just
Yeah, and-
get to the point.
their heat is different, and then they can just do everything both ways great. And
Yeah,
they
can.
hit hard. You talk about
Oh.
clotheslines. I mean, Cash clothesline.
He does. He does have a good closeout. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that, but
Yeah.
yeah, he does.
Those guys definitely that's my favorite. Or the Briscoes.
Best looking title of all time. You can go back generations if you want
So
to.
I have a couple ties in there. So the original I don't know if it's original, but the WCW with the world behind it. You know what I'm talking
The
about?
one where they broke off from NWA and Ron Simmons won
Yeah,
it.
and it had like the blue behind it.
I know what you're talking
You
about.
know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's a
talking
good
about?
looking title.
That's one of them.
That's a good one.
The white strap Intercontinental title,
Of
and
course.
then the Intercontinental Championship from New Japan. I mean,
That's a good looking
when they
belt
retired
too.
that, I was just like, God, guys, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, not a big fan of the newer New Japan belts.
No,
To be honest
no,
with you.
no.
Yeah.
And then the United States title that they just retired too. I mean,
Oh, they retired that one too?
Yeah.
The red strap?
yeah, they made it into the
Global
title,
Championship. That's
and,
one that Nick
Nick-
Nemeth won.
Oh,
Just
okay.
recently, yeah.
okay.
So those titles right there, I mean, those, those, I think they look like championships. I love John
They do.
Cena's spinner belt, but those ones look like real wrestling titles.
That was kind of a product of the time too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like everybody was big into like spinners and stuff like that, and really flashy and yeah.
My go-to belt when it comes to that, I really have two. My favorite one is that all gold, the gold strap, gold belt, Intercontinental, the one gold that's had. the all
Oh,
gold.
that's a banger,
Okay,
man.
yeah.
I love that one. I love that one.
That's fair.
And then my second one will probably be the green European Championship belt that D'Lo Brown.
That's a
had.
banger too. That's a banger too. I'd say mine is the '90s WWF Winged Eagle, the one that Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels made.
That's fair. I mean, Cody Rhodes is talking about bringing it back.
I'm hoping so.
If he wins.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be very iconic of him to
Because he
to
brought
do
back
that.
the Intercontinental title.
He
brought
did.
back the white strap.
That's true.
That-
That's true.
So that'd be another history.
With that being said, is Cody gonna finish the story?
So me and Axe Manson, we always go back and forth like, I don't know, will he do it? Will he not? I can see either way. I could see them, Roman
could.
Reigns beating him to beat Hulk Hogan's record. You know, he only has to make it a Survivor Series, I think, to beat the
I
modern
believe so. Yeah.
record. But I mean, what are you going to do with Cody after that? I think
Have
Cody.
a lot of pissed off people if Cody don't win it this Sunday.
I definitely think they're going to lose night one. I think Rock and Roman are going to beat
Absolutely,
them.
I agree with that
I think
as well.
100%. And then let the shenanigans ensue.
Wow. One thing before we got here, well, really two things I want to run through right quick. Again, you're in Texas Contender Series and Texas Pro. I would love to see you one day go have the opportunity to compete for the actual Texas Contender Series championship, and I would love to see this match because I think you guys will put on a hell of a banger. I would love to see you go against Mr. Stephen Wolf for the new Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion.
I can see that.
You two guys, your two styles of wrestling is gonna tear the house down. I would love to see that. And you got any input on that?
Yeah, so the contenders belt is on my mind right now. That's my first step. I definitely want to compete for that, and I want to try to win that. Nick has it right now, and Nick is a phenomenal talent, but I would love to get my hands on that. And then, you know, the other day I was making my entrance, and the new Texas Pro title was just sitting there, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, I can't leave this company without trying to get that title. So Stephen Wolf is phenomenal. I mean, he had that neck injury, and now he don't look like he has ever had an injury. And when he does that moonsault from the bottom rope, I mean, I would love to work that guy. He's a nice person, even though he does a lot of horrible things to people and high on, which she's about to whoop on him.
Yeah,
at Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So, those two titles are definitely on my mind. As also the Lone Star title. The tag titles for me and Zay. So
X Factor.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm definitely, those are on my radar.
I'm ready for it, man. I wish you nothing but success, a healthy career, no injuries. Shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars. Defend your championship belt with pride. Represent.
I think the future's looking bright for
It is
X
looking.
Factor
It is.
over here.
It's looking very bright. Natural born killer, man. I'm again, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry for butchering it. Look, it's been a long day, y'all. I'm sorry, but I gotta take the chop for butchering your name.
All right, I'll go 100%.
Yeah, I need you to come on with it this time.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man.
I iced it up afterwards.
I iced it up afterwards, man. It's been a great interview. A huge fan. Thank you again for this opportunity. Man. Thank you, Slack.
Oh, no problem.
Coming through,
Pleasure
man.
being here.
It's been awesome, man. This is the Big Propaganda Wrestling Podcast Network presenting Shots and Chops.
Yes, sir.
I am the wrestling meteorologist. Bring you that heat every week. Mikey Manslaughter Facts.
And it's me, Professor Slack, always bringing the knowledge on the imbeciles, peons, and smarks out there, signing out today.
Hey, man, you know the PWO was too sweet. Hey, man, when y'all rocking with the PWO, you're down for life. Shout out to Lions Pride, man. All right, look, y'all, man. As promised, I messed up, but hey, man, We have the Lions Pride Sports champion right here. You know.
Got this right here.
His name right this time?
Yes.
Yeah, say it. What is it?
Jack.
There you go.
It's Jack Calloway, and he is the natural born killer. He is the X Factor. Again, he's the Lions Pride Sports champion. Shots and chops, man. So, hey, man, come on, man. Come on with it.
All right.
Woo! That was worse than the first one. Golly! We hit mics in here.
Oh, man. Shots and chops, man. Oh, man. That one, you went up the ladder in the raking. That, oh, my God. All right, man. Thank you again, man. It's been an honor, man. Hey, man. And we out.